Now we have seen the Spider IDE in our Anaconda suite. The next thing is that we will be using in this course is Jupyter Notebook. So when you open this Jupyter Notebook, it actually runs a web server, and it provides you the interface in your browser, and you can directly code here in your browser. So I like Jupyter Notebook more than Spider or other its contemporary IDEs, because when you're coding right in here, it's actually kind of more self-explanatory when you later reference your code. So when you're working in Jupyter Notebook, you can actually elaborate or explain the concept that how this specific code file is working. So let's see. So before creating a Python notebook, let's create a new folder here first, and let's rename it as Python fundamentals. Okay, so we have created this folder in the documents. So let's refresh this thing and see. Yes, we have the folder Python fundamental, and in this specific folder we are going to create our new Python notebooks. And you can also see that its name is actually a notebook, so it's kind of a diary. So let's rename this thing to Introduction to Jupyter. So before saying anything, it's nice to be use this Jupyter notebook and explain the process along with. For example, you can use the print statement to display something, hello from notebook, and you have to press this enter button, and you can see that you get the output here. In Jupyter notebook you have different kind of cells. It's code, markdown, heading, and raw text data. I hope you are familiar with markdown templates. It's kind of text files, but it has a little bit formatting options. For example, when you click the when you convert this specific cell into markdown, then it would not be executed by Python kernel, okay, which is IPython, and it would be treated as a markdown text data. In the markdown, if you use a single hash, you can denote it as a heading, and you can write something here, for example, notebook, okay, and the double hash is for h2 second heading, and you can write here author, my name. Okay, so for running you can press shift enter, and you can see that it has just added some text data into this notebook file. So in this way, when you write code and explain the process, you can later reference this thing in a better way. So you can also edit the data inside your cells. Okay, so for example, we change its type to markdown, and let's copy this data to the first cell, and then we'll be press run button, and you can see that it has overwritten the data that was present in the cell. Then we can start here. Okay, so in Python, the hash, if this cell is a code file and executed by Python kernel, this hash actually is used for the comments. Okay, so we can write here the comment that how to output on console in Python. So for running, let's run this cell, and you can see that it's just a comment and we does not have added any data. So it's not necessary that you just put one statement in the cell. You can add multiple ones. For example, I have added a comment statement, and then I have added the print statement, and we can display something in the console. Okay, so hello is displayed on the console. So in the same way, for example, to input data, we will have to use the input and then the display message, and press shift enter. You can see that it is asking for the input. We have entered the input data, and it is saved into the a variable. So in the next cell we can use this very specific variable is value, for example. So we can see that we have got the output value of a that we just took the input from user. So this is how you actually works in Jupyter Notebook. You can delete any cell at any time. For example, when you'll be clicking this cut selected cell, the cell would be deleted, and to add new cells you can click on the cell and you can use the press plus button to add new cells, or you can also use this insert menu and you can insert the cell above and below. You can click here and you can see that the cell has been added above this thing. In the kernel you can if your Python kernel is hanged or get busy in something very long task, you can restart your kernel, okay, and you can also run the cells individually, and you can run all the cells at one time by using this menu. So this is a little bit of the introduction to Jupyter Notebook, and from the next lectures we are going to see the actual constructs of Python language. So thank you very much.